Hi, my name's Rob. I have retinitis pigmentosa. I was diagnosed when I was really young. I was fortunate that I was able to consider my career choices with blindness in mind. What I want to walk you through in this video is just how I've adapted the way that I work and the environments that I work in to allow me to thrive and keep going. Work is important to me because from a really young age I wanted to be independent. I wanted to be able to provide a life for myself, partners and family, etc, etc. So it was a really important thing to me to be able to keep working and stay independent. I didn't want to rely on anybody. Even when I was blind, I wanted to be able to survive and keep going by myself if necessary. I'm going to give you a little insight into what I do, and I hope you enjoy. Start of 2004, I began my career as a personal trainer. I started as all PTs do, in the gym. It quickly became apparent that being on a gym floor was quite dangerous for me. Most gyms being black floors, black weights, dark, moody environments, it became quite tricky. Moved into my own studio when I came to Norwich, and then 5 years later, I changed to working purely online. I just train people via Zoom. I'm in the comfort of my office and I train people wherever they are, whether it's hotels, homes, out in the garden, I do it all. So it keeps me safe and means that I can keep going with my PT work for as long as I want to. In addition to being a PT, I realised the importance of sports therapy and helping people's body to perform at its best. Now, when I first started, I really struggled because massages tend to be done in places that are quite dark. What I do now is I work from home. I have a lot of lighting to allow me to see what I'm doing. I can feel a lot more than I can see, but the lighting just helps me to move around the table, move around the body well. And when I have to turn people on their back, instead of them looking up at all the bright lights, we have eye masks to kind of chill people out and make sure that I can keep working, but they can relax and enjoy the pain. When COVID hit, I transitioned, like a lot of people did, to running classes online, but I also set up triathlon and running coaching online. So the way that it works with my eyesight is that I find it difficult to be out in the field, so trackside, field side is very, very tricky for me. So what I've now set up is an online coaching business where I meet up with people once a week, once a fortnight to discuss their training, and just I'm available to chat and counsel people via messenger, email, telephone, however they need it. If people want me to have a look at their technique, then I get them to video themselves and send it to me so I can view it on my computer and blow it up. So it allows me to still coach and train at a high level, but without being a risk to myself out in the field. And in addition to this, I work 3 days a week for a drug and alcohol service in Norfolk called Change, Grow, Live. I have a caseload of opiate service users who are either recovering or trying to recover from misusing opiates. I really enjoy this. It's demanding work, but I wanted to test myself in a different way to the sporting environments that I'd always been in up until then. It's really opened my eyes to the mental health aspects of life. Yeah, it's working with some really challenging people that are going through some really challenging things. But again, I've been able to adapt, and luckily I've got a team of people around me that help me to carry out the tasks that I struggle with, like analysing drug screening results and taking blood samples and things like that. Their help has allowed me to adapt and overcome challenges of being back in a busy workplace, dealing face to face with a lot of people. But again, it's a challenge that I've relished and overcome and really enjoy. That's me at work. I hope you enjoyed it. Gives you a little bit of an insight into what I get up to during the week. Every day I work, I'm always doing something. But when you love what you do, you don't really think about it as work. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed having you take a look at me in action. You have a good one. Cheers, Heather. Take care.
Cheers. Thank
See
you.
ya. No worries. Bye. So my name's Rob, and this is my story about my relationship with my cane. So my cane is called Harry. I love football and I named him after the England striker and now Bayern Munich striker, Harry Kane. So if you're an English football fan, you'll find that quite funny. Otherwise it might go over your head. So a little backstory first. When I was first diagnosed with RP and my eyesight deteriorated, I was given a symbol cane, a thin white cane, not like the one I've got now, and I hated it. For me, it symbolised weakness. It made me feel vulnerable. It showed everybody in the world that I had a disability, and I worked really hard for people not to know that I was suffering with visual impairments. And the cane to me at that time just felt like it was all negative. I couldn't really see many positives for using one. About 7 years ago, I moved to Norwich and I had a meeting with the county council who help people with disabilities to live their lives as easily as possible. And one of the things that she gave me was this cane. Obviously it was longer and it was bigger than the cane I had before. And I still wasn't happy using it. I still wasn't comfortable. And when I'm by myself, moving around, living life, doing things, I try to get by without it as much as I can because I still have that negative association with it. However, what the cane, or what my cane has come to symbolise now is just a display of independence. You know, it really is something that empowers me, and I kind of embrace it for what it is and what it symbolises. So the one thing that this cane gives me more than anything, I think, is confidence, self-confidence, self-belief. And I think that's so important to have good levels of self-belief, particularly when you have a disability and it's very obvious to other people because of the white cane. It's a real symbolisation of disability, but it's really empowering, and the confidence that it gives me is something that I really appreciate. So why is confidence important? I think confidence goes hand in hand with taking action, and when you take action, it goes hand in hand with more confidence. So the more confident you are, the more action you take, and the more action you take, the more confident you become. So this is why I think out of everything, the white cane in particular can give me, and the lesson to learn here is how important confidence is to everyone. So confidence not only helps you to take action, but it opens doors for personal growth. And I don't mean that you can use it to open doors, but metaphorically it opens doors for personal growth. I think it leads to greater success because you're a confident, action-taking person. And I just think that it helps with relationships, with communicating with the world, and just being able to do stuff and be independent just is so important for mental health and well-being. You know, confidence is one of the biggest things, and this is what the white cane gives to me, and this is why it's such an important part of who I am. So for anyone out there that is visually impaired, blind, and was like I was and didn't want to show their vulnerability, best thing you can do is just embrace the white cane. It's been a long journey for me to get where I am and be comfortable being vulnerable and showing it, but life has just improved tenfold since I've embraced it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this little white cane can take me next.